Story 1. Damian Andrews, a 19-year-old only child, would drive straight from campus to his job at a gas station every Friday. After a 6-hour shift, he would return to his parents' house. Typically, his parents were out drinking on weekend nights, so the house was usually dark when Damian pulled into the empty driveway. After unloading his bike from the trunk of his truck, Damian rode down the pavement past the fence to the shed in the backyard. As he shut the shed door, he noticed that the bathroom light upstairs was now on. He didn't recall seeing it lit when he passed the side of the house, so he assumed one of his parents must have stayed home. Entering through the back door, Damian opened his mouth to call for his parents, but felt an instinctive urge to remain quiet. He ascended the dimly lit stairs from the den to the midsection of the house. At the top of the short stairway, he saw light spilling into the hallway from the closed bathroom door. Someone was in there. "Mom! Dad!" he called as he approached the bathroom door. Receiving no response, he speculated that his mother might be in the bathtub with earbuds in. The door was locked, so at least one of them had to be inside. When his phone rang, he dashed downstairs to answer it. It was his dad, checking in to see if Damian had made it home safely. His father's slurred speech indicated he was drunk, which prompted Damian to question why his mom was home alone. His dad seemed confused, leading Damian to glance at the bottom of the bathroom door, where he saw two shadowy outlines of feet standing just inside. Then came the shocking revelation. His father told him that his mother was right beside him at the table. In a panic, Damian ran outside, hung up on his dad, and called the police. As he hid in the bushes, he watched the bathroom light turn off. 10 minutes later, the police arrived but found no one inside the house. Story 2. The protagonist, whom I'll refer to as Ted, was a 16-year-old living with his dad and younger brother in an isolated farmhouse. The house was small with a first floor and a basement, but it sat on a large property with a barn and trees, providing ample privacy. One day, Ted was riding his bike home from his friend's house when he noticed the basement doors wide open. Not seeing any cars in the driveway, he assumed his little brother, Andrew, had left them that way. After closing the doors and stepping inside, Ted realized the basement lights were off. "Andrew!" he called, and his brother answered from upstairs. Andrew rushed down, turning on the light. As they stood in the basement, Andrew pointed out a foul odor, but Ted couldn't smell anything unusual. Ted pressed Andrew about why he had left the basement doors open, but Andrew insisted he hadn't even been down there all night. A disturbing thought crossed Ted's mind. What if someone had entered the house? The brothers searched the basement thoroughly but found nothing. Andrew claimed to have been in the living room all night and would have noticed if anyone had come upstairs, which helped ease Ted's worries. Settling down on the basement couch, Ted noticed it felt oddly firm. When he lifted a cushion, he screamed in horror. He ran upstairs, colliding with Andrew, and slammed the basement door shut behind them. Breathless, Ted explained that he had found a dead body stuffed beneath the cushions. The body was later identified as their neighbor, George, whose wife had also gone missing days earlier. As far as Ted and his family knew when this story was posted, the culprit had never been found. Story 3. Edward Gallo, a 24-year-old living alone in a rural Virginia home, often had his girlfriend Sarah over on weekends. One Friday night, after a day of no communication from her, he called to invite her over. When she didn't answer, Ed left a voicemail, feeling uneasy about her silence. After several unanswered calls, Ed heard a door close downstairs. Relieved, he texted Sarah to come upstairs. He heard footsteps slowly ascending, but they sounded strange, as if she were taking 2 steps per stair. Confused, Ed called out her name, and the footsteps stopped. Suddenly, his phone vibrated. The caller ID displayed Sarah's name. When he answered, Sarah apologized for not getting back to him, but mentioned she was still in her car on her way home from work. Panic surged through Ed as he locked the door, just as the doorknob began to turn. With adrenaline coursing through him, he yelled, "Get out of here before I call the police!" The figure on the stairs bolted back down and fled out the front door. Ed peered out the window and witnessed something chilling. A tall man in a dress shirt and ripped jean shorts was staring directly at him, wearing a sinister smile. Without warning, the man turned and sprinted into the woods, never to be seen again.